Okay, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The first of 12 trials about to get underway here for the first event. This is for the 2-year-olds over the 1,720 metres. And beginning off the pole position is At First Sight for Craig Turnbull, Miss Contravene for Craig Demler, and Paul Bajada, the trainer, Like Clockwork for John Justice. We've got Dolly McLombo for Gary Hoban. Number 5, Got Another for John Vella, and 6, Pearlescent for the Marie and John Keldo team. About to move up here for this next trial, first trial of the day. We've got the barbecue happening downstairs if you're looking for a snack to eat or a drink. DVDs are available if you wish to get a copy of today's trials. They're all set. Tapes release. Mobile's arms back and away they go. And beginning fast was Got Another, who began fast in the centre of the track from Miss Contravene in second placing, and third was At First Sight. Fourth on the outside was Dolly McLombo. On the inside was Like Clockwork, and taken back off the gate was Pearlescent at the rear of the field. This is for the 2-year-olds over the 1,720 metres. The lead time was 8.3, and the pilot is a John Vella trained runner, Got Another. He shows the way, but he's about to be joined on the outside by the Paul Bajada and Craig Demler horse in Miss Contravene, and Miss Contravene's going to take up the running. Kicking through, though, was Got Another back on the pegs, so they're just having a little duel. Both horses very green at the moment, having a bit of a gawk and look around. And third placing is the Craig Turnbull trained runner, At First Sight. Fourth is Gary Hoban with Dolly McLombo, John Justice with Like Clockwork, and John Keldo with Pearlescent at the rear of the field. Well, Craig Demler wasn't able to cross to the pegs here with Miss Contravene, and kicking through was Got Another. Lead time 8.3, first quarter 32.4. They haven't gone hard. They run up to the 800 metre mark. The second quarter comes up in 32.8, so a little bit slower of the first quarter, 32.4, 32.8, 65.2. So it's been run at a dawdle speed. Lead time was 8.3. And it's almost track work at the moment. And on the outside is Miss Contravene. Outdraws past Got Another, and Miss Contravene takes up the running. Got Another starting to struggle. Moving up quite quickly into second spot was Dolly McLombo. Sprints up to the leaders, and Pearlescent works into it nicely. Held up on the pegs was At First Sight, and out deep was Like Clockwork. 30.7 was the third quarter. So it'll pretty much be a dash up the straight here for the babies. And on the outside was Dolly McLombo. Up on the outside of Miss Contravene. Pearlescent runs into it from Like Clockwork and At First Sight. They come into the straight. And moving to the lead now was Dolly McLombo. Pearlescent starts to run on strongly down the outside. It's Dolly McLombo, Pearlescent, At First Sight running on late. But Pearlescent just getting the upper hand over the concluding stages, and then Pearlescent wins by a nose to maybe a half head to Dolly McLombo. Third home At First Sight. All three of them hit the line nicely. Behind those was Miss Contravene. Also there was John Justice with Like Clockwork. And the early leader Got Another weekend out to finish at the tail of the field. 28.4 was the last quarter. They went 30.7 off the back, 28.4 home, and a mile rate of 24.1. Number 6, Pearlescent, coming from last, saluting from 4, Dolly McLombo. And third was number 1, At First Sight. Fourth, number 2, Miss Contravene. And fifth will go to number 3, Like Clockwork. So 6, 4, 1, 2 and 3 are the numbers for the first trial of the day. The gross time was 2:12.7. 2:12.7 the gross. The mile rate of 24.1. 24.1 the mile rate. Last mile in 24.4. 24.4 the last mile. Last half in 59.1. 59.1 last half. The margins were ahead by 3.5. Ahead by 3.5 were the margins. Ahead by 3.5. The numbers are 6, 4, 1, 2 and 3. 6, 4, 1, 2 and 3. Gross time 2:12.7. Mile rate 24.1. Last mile 2:44. Last half 59.1. Ahead by 3.5. Ahead by 3.5 on trial number 1 for the 2-year-olds over the 1,720 metres. Trial number 2 is for the C2 to C4 over 2,240 metres, and that trial will be coming up very shortly.